өнөөдөр хоолндоо пүнтүүзтэй хийх гэж байгаа. Пүнтүүзтэй хуурга гэж байгаа учраас монгол хүмүүст их сонирхолтой биш байх. Тийм учраас энэ блог шууд англи хэлээр авчиж бодож та. Hey guys, so since this food is going to be not something new to my Mongolian families and friends, I decided to do this in English. I'm going to make like a sweet potato stir fry type of food. I didn't even know how to say the name. Like there's like, we call it pүнтүүзтэй хуурга. I don't even know how to say it, but I made this food for my sister-in-law and her husband when they come for a visit. And they loved it. So they were like, "What is this, stir fry?" I'm like, "Sure, whatever. I'm not even sure the name is." And they had it, and they're like, "Oh, what is this clear noodle type of things and stuff like that?" And they really liked it. So I thought maybe some of you would like it too. So I'm going to make again a big batch for my family. I have another sister-in-law's family. I even invited her for a dinner, so I'm going to make this food, and the recipe I'm going to make is going to be a big, like it's going to be enough for like 8 to 10 people. So if you're going to make it, make sure to cut it in half, the recipe wise. Anyhow, it's going to be super easy, and I hope you will like it. And I decided not to do like how to taste afterwards in my vlog, just because you guys can't taste it, and I just don't want to keep eating in front of you. So I thought I will just always kind of introduce you what I'm going to make, and how to make and stuff like that, but I am not going to include the ending videos anymore. But I have a friend, she actually posted on Facebook this morning, says that she followed my Russian cake recipe and turned out so good. So guys, if any of you are making it and it's being helpful to you and your family, that is amazing. That's great. That's all I want. If anyone is getting something out of this, that is amazing. So hopefully your family would like this, and we'll try it out at home, and let me know if you have any questions. So let's get
Okay,
it
so we're going to start off heating the oil in medium heat. I'm using an olive oil, and then you're going to fry as much as onion you really like. This is how much I usually use it for my dinner. I'm not a big fan of raw onion. And then you're going to cut your potatoes nicely, evenly. Doesn't matter the shape and size, just kind of the way you like it. And then you're going to cook it just a little bit and make it just kind of that crispy texture to it. And after that, you're going to boil some water and put your sweet potato noodles in there. And it is not like a regular spaghetti noodles that you can break it. So we're going to cut it afterwards once it's nice and soft. And we're going to cook that for about maybe 10 to 15 minutes until we cut it. Okay, we're going to check back into our potatoes, looking good. And then we're going to put the rest of the vegetables in. I know it looks a lot, so just to be aware, this recipe is going to be making for like 10 to 15 people. It's a lot. So if you're going to try it out, I definitely recommend you to cut the recipe, whatever you're watching in this, to cut in half. Okay. Okay, after that, we're gonna put some beef in there. And I know my pot is small, but this is all I had, so I'm just gonna make it work. So you're just gonna mix it real nice and even, and we're gonna cook it in the medium heat again for 5 minutes. Okay, the noodles looks good nicely, and so we're just waiting until it's nice and soft so we can cut it into little pieces. Okay, and I'm just making sure that they're not sticking on the bottom, and after you just kind of make sure it's not sticking on the bottom, I'm adding 1/4 cup of water and soy sauce. I felt like it was just a bit too much, so you can totally adjust it, just so you know. Okay, let's season up our meat and everything. So I am using a beef bouillon, 1 to 2 tablespoons, and 2 teaspoons salt and 1 teaspoon pepper. ground pepper, and some ketchup. And I really like using ketchup in my food, but if you're not a big fan of it, I don't recommend it. But like you can see some, it's very soapy on the bottom, so I like it this way. But if you are not a big fan of that texture, definitely recommending not to add much water or soy sauce. Okay, now my noodles are nice and soft, and we're just gonna cut it so it's not as too long when you're eating it, and just easier to eat. So yeah, just kind of make sure. And like I said, I used 2 rolls. So if you're going to make it at home just for like 5-6 people, just use 1, definitely. Okay, and everything seems like done, so I am turning off my heat, and my food is kind of resting it down. So we're just gonna kind of soak it in a cold water. We don't want it sticky. So yeah, and afterwards, once they're done, you just have to mix them all together, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, guys.